All right, y'all. 5-minute lessons. If you've been following along, the last one was almost 10 minutes, and I apologize for that. Here we go. Finding solutions to polynomial equations using division. Okay, now first, you might get confused about the directions. All of these things are synonymous. They're all saying the same thing. Solve it completely. Find all the roots. Find all the zeros. Find all of the solutions. They're saying find every number that you could put in for x that makes the right side equal to 0. But what they're really saying is there might be some imaginary ones too. So how are we going to find them? Well, we're going to start with our graphing calculator. Okay, so look, we've got it plugged into our graphing calculator. We're going to graph it. We hope it hits the axis 3 times, and it looks like it's only hitting it once. So let me go zoom 0. That's the zoom fit. That just basically makes us be able to see it better. And so it looks like the only solution is at 3. If I look at my table, yes, 3 is a solution, okay? So what's going on? Well, we know that x equals 3 is our real solution. What that means is if we did x minus 3 times x squared plus something, that would have to give us this. I want you to think about that and think if it makes sense. Since 3 is an answer, x minus 3 is a factor. So how do we find this? Well, I have to do x cubed minus 5x squared plus 14x minus 24. I have to do all of that divided by x minus 3. So here we go. You're going to learn how to do this. Look, there's 2 videos that go in depth on how to do this. I'm going to go fast. So this is an x squared. We got x cubed minus 3x squared. Negative 5 minus negative 3 is negative 2x squared. Bring down my 14x. X goes into this negative 2 times, 2x times. 2x times x, negative 2x times negative 3. That's an x, excuse me. All right, so that's gone. 14x, you get 8x. Bring down the minus 24. X goes into this 8 times. 8 times that is 8x. 8 times negative 3 is minus 24. Our remainder is 0. So now we have this. Okay? So I know that x plus 3 times x squared minus 2x plus 8 has to equal 0. Well, look, this is a quadratic. I can solve this. Even though the answers are imaginary, I can solve it. I can solve it using the quadratic formula, or I can solve it using my quad 4 program. So I'm going to do that. So when I solve this equal to 0, I get x equals 1 plus I radical 7 and 1 minus I radical 7. So what are all the solutions? X equals 3, x equals 1 plus I radical 7, x equals 1 minus I radical 7. That's it. That's what you're doing. Now, where do you guys get a little option? Let me clear this real quick. Well, you're going to get to choose whether you want to use long division or synthetic division. Long division looks like what we just did. It might look like x minus 3 goes into x cubed. I forget what that last one was, but it doesn't matter. Minus 5x squared plus 2x minus 7. What does synthetic division look like? Well, if you were doing x cubed plus 5x squared minus 10x minus 20 divided by x minus 3, the synthetic division would look like this. You actually put your root there, and then 1, 5, negative 10, negative 20, and you do this little thing where you multiply and add. So it's faster, but you got to know how to do it. So I'm not here to tell you which one you should use, but that is pretty much the most important thing I can teach you in 5 minutes. I'm telling you, many of you guys are going to need to come talk to me or talk to each other or both about making sure you actually grasp this. I hope this helps. Boom!